Bonjour tout le monde. My name is Ginette Lamontagne. I am the past president of the McGill University Retiree Association. Our president, Rosemary Cook, sends her regrets as she has been called away on an urgent matter out of town. So I am pleased to welcome you to the 22nd CURAC Annual Conference, hosted by MURA. But before we start the proceedings, I would like to read the land acknowledgement. McGill University is on land which has long served as a site of meeting and exchange amongst indigenous peoples, including the Haudenosaunee peoples and the Anishinaabe people. This land remains deeply connected to the identities, histories, and futures of indigenous communities. It holds their stories, struggle, and strength. We, CURAC and MURA, recognize and give thanks to the diverse indigenous peoples whose enduring relationship with this territory continues today and whose land we gather to meet, reflect, and learn. We are very pleased to offer for the first time a CURAC conference that is hybrid with simultaneous translation. To facilitate the task of the interpreters, we have been asked not to change from one language to the other too suddenly. In that spirit, one of us will speak in English and the other in French. One of us, I'm co-chair of the CURAC conference, and my colleague that you will meet soon, Jacques Derome, is the other co-chair. So we will MC this morning. So in that spirit, one will speak in English and the other one in French, but a warning to the interpreters, I will break that rule right now. Bienvenue à nos collègues qui sont venus d'un peu partout au Canada, incluant ceux de Montréal. Bienvenue à tous ceux et celles qui participent virtuellement. Bienvenue à nos collègues de l'Association des retraités de l'Université McGill. C'est avec un grand honneur de vous recevoir, car cet événement souligne le 10e anniversaire de notre fondation de retraités. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Et nous sommes doublement heureux d'être l'hôte de cette conférence, car en 2021, à cause de la pandémie, nous avons plutôt offert une assemblée virtuelle au lieu une conférence en présentiel. Il y aura aujourd'hui 4 conférenciers, dont 2 donneront leur présentation en français et 2 en anglais. La traduction simultanée est offerte pour les 4 présentations du matin et de l'après-midi. Vous devrez donc garder vos écouteurs jusqu'en fin d'après-midi. Vous trouverez tous les détails du programme de la journée dans votre brochure qui vous a été remise avec votre trousse de conférence. Aussi, pour que les interprètes ne soient pas déroutés et pour le bénéfice de ceux et celles qui nous écoutent à distance, on nous a demandé d'adhérer le plus possible à notre horaire. Après la première présentation, restez à vos places. 2 de nos commanditaires platine, Raymond James et Chartwell, vous diront quelques mots de 10h30 à 10h40. Il me fait plaisir de vous présenter le comité organisateur de cette conférence. Jacques Derome, si vous pouvez vous lever, Lina Nassau qui est derrière, Kate McGuire, Robert Stanley. Et on les... Merci infiniment. Alors, ils sont ici et ils peuvent répondre à toutes vos questions durant la conférence. Il en va de même pour nos bénévoles Barbara McLeod et Carlette Walker. Merci beaucoup. Je cède maintenant la parole à mon collègue Jacques Derome, que j'ai le plaisir de vous présenter. Jacques est coprésident de cette conférence et je lui cède la parole.
It's my great pleasure to welcome all of you this morning. Me fait un grand honneur et plaisir de vous recevoir tous et toutes aujourd'hui, les deux en présentiel et sur l'Internet. C'est maintenant mon plaisir, c'est avec plaisir que je présente le président de l'ARUCC, l'association fédérale qui regroupe les associations d'universités, Monsieur Walter Archer. Walter?
Well, I'm much better behaved than Ginette and Jacques, so I will speak only in English according to the rule that they stated and promptly broke. Welcome. It's nice to see you again. I really enjoyed seeing you all yesterday, and I've also enjoyed spending some time in the great city of Montreal. Thank you for bringing us here, MURA. And one of the reasons that I won't break their rule is that it's almost 50 years since the 1 year that I spent in Montreal. At the end of that year, I probably could have switched back and forth, but unfortunately not now. Anyway, thank MURA for hosting this great conference and for putting on a great breakfast, because that's what brought some of the people over here. They were out of the hotel and going across the street and having breakfast at 6 o'clock this morning. Anyway, have a great conference. We're really all looking forward to these presentations today. Bye.
J'ai maintenant le grand plaisir de vous présenter notre président, le président et vice-chancelier de l'Université McGill, le professeur Deep Saini. Professeur Saini.
Thank you, Ginette, and good morning, everybody. Bonjour à toutes et à tous. Before I go much further, I want to acknowledge that I want you to know that I have recently had cataract surgery, and I know that I'm in a friendly crowd in that regard. And so I'm having a little bit difficulty this morning with my eyes, so if I say something wrong, blame it on the cataract. Yeah. It is such a great pleasure to be here with you, with so many people who have dedicated their lives to advancing the cause of higher education. McGill is the 6th Canadian university where I have worked, plus one Australian. And there is a possibility that there may be people in this room, considering my own age, that my paths have crossed with in the past at another institution. So if that has happened, a special hello to you, but a very, very special hello to everybody anyway. Now, Ginette, thank you for giving me the permission to break the rule by breaking the rule yourself, because I had prepared to actually speak both in English and French, and so I'm just going to stick to my script and do that, but I know that I have in advance your forbearance on this subject. C'est un grand honneur de vous accueillir à l'Université McGill pour cette conférence annuelle de l'Association des retraités de l'Université et Collège du Canada. We are delighted to welcome participants both in person and online from colleges and universities across Canada. Now, I understood that Sherry Hamilton was going to be here, but unfortunately she hasn't made it. But if she's listening online, I want to give a special shout out to her. She is from University of Minnesota and represents the Association of Retirement Organizations in Higher Education in the US. So Sherry, if you are listening, very warm welcome to you online. For over 22 years, CURAC has provided a vital space for Canada's universities and university retirees to share ideas, address challenges, and strengthen their local associations. Cette conférence est un moment privilégié qui nous permet de réfléchir aux enjeux qui nous rassemblent et d'échanger sur les défis qui nous touchent à la fois à l'échelle individuelle, communautaire et mondiale. The theme of this year's conference the well-being of the person, the community, and the planet could not be more relevant, particularly at this time. The pursuit of personal well-being is lifelong, requiring balance between our physical, mental, and emotional health. But as you'll explore together here, you cannot have individual well-being without also prioritizing the health of our communities and our planet. J'espère que vous trouverez au fil des prochaines séances l'inspiration qui vous permettra non seulement de contribuer à la force et à l'inclusivité de vos propres communautés, mais aussi poser des gestes concrets en faveur de la durabilité environnementale. Les solutions à ces défis urgents et interconnectés résident notamment dans notre voie, dans votre voie également, surtout dans votre voie en tant qu'universitaire, professionnel et citoyen retraité. Finally, I want to give you a very special thanks to our own McGill's University Retirees Association, MURA, for hosting this conference. I want to acknowledge the presence of Ginette Lamontagne and your work, and Jacques Derome's work in organizing as the co-chairs of this year's conference, and Rosemary Cook, MURA's president, who unfortunately can't be here today, but she's a force of nature, and I know her well, and I know how much work goes into organizing this conference. So thank you to all of you, and to the work of all organizing members who have been already introduced by Ginette. So thank you to you all as well. And now here's a fun bit of timing. We are gathered here at McGill's Faculty Club, a historic site which was gifted to McGill by a business family with the German roots here, and it's a magnificent building, as you would have experienced. And this has celebrated our faculty club has celebrated its 100th anniversary just recently. And speaking of milestones, MURA, our own McGill University Retiree Association, is turning 10 in June, just in a few weeks. A valued part of McGill community, MURA has done so much in just a decade to build this wonderfully vibrant, connected, and dynamic community. Congratulations to all of you. You have accomplished so much for McGill. Alors, félicitations. Alors, en terminant, j'espère que les prochains jours seront empreints de conversations enrichissantes, les liens privilégiés et d'inspiration renouvelée. Profitez pleinement de ce temps passé ensemble. Merci beaucoup à tout le monde. I wish you an excellent conference. Thank you very much and have a great day. Thank you.
Merci, Président Saini, Monsieur le Recteur Saini en français, pour votre présence et aussi pour votre appui à notre association. Merci beaucoup.